by accident.
So it's the beginning of 2018 and the hoverboard craze is long gone, but they're still around, believe it or not. This is a 8.5-inch off-road hoverboard with some waterproof capabilities, but it costs $400 in 2018. Is it still worth it? Let's find out. Yes, you heard me right. That is $400. More than 400. It's actually 450 with the upgraded shipping, that is. The MSRP on this is about 430 and the shipping costs $30. Now you're probably wondering what makes this so special that it's worth $400 in 2018. Well, the company reached out to me. The company name is HyperGOGO. They reached out to me to do a review on it, and that's why you're watching. So I say that we commence the intro. I don't know what I think this is the intro actually. So let's get into the video. So here it is in all of its glory. As far as like how long it took me to adapt to this and ride it smoothly like I am right now, I would say it took me half an hour to an hour. Because obviously when you first step on, you're going to have like the super jerky movements because your body isn't used to riding something like this. But once you get used to it, you can really whip this thing around corners. And even in my basement, I'm very used to it now, except for when I almost hit that. But the cool thing hoverboard is its off-road capability, because it has these wheels. I'm not sure how thick they are. They might be 3 to 4 inches thick, and they don't have air, so they can't pop, which is a plus. Because if you want to go on rough terrain, obviously I don't recommend going like mudding in this thing because it's not fully waterproof, but you can go on off the road, you can go on gravel roads, stuff like that, if you really wanted to. The main complaint that I have from this so far is the guards for your feet. They took a lot of work to get on. Like, you wouldn't say they take a lot of work, you really have to push down like you're breaking it almost, but don't worry, you're not breaking it, it just sounds like it. So that's something that I didn't really appreciate with this, but once you get them on, they do their job, I guess. Going over specs real quick, this thing has a range of about 15 miles and a top speed of 9 miles per hour. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to charge, but I charged it for an hour and a half, and it's gotten me about half of charge, 50% of the charge. So I say that it charges fairly quickly. And obviously your biggest concern when you're buying a hoverboard is it going to burn my house down? That is a simple no. It is not going to burn your house down. It is UL 2272 certification. The charger is certified, the hoverboard is certified, so you are protected. They also have a 90-day warranty, so if for some reason something does go wrong, you are covered. Now you're probably thinking that 9 miles an hour doesn't sound like a very high top speed for a hoverboard, but when you're on it, holy crap, this thing boosts you when you're when you're scooting along. I don't know what you call. I don't know what the correct wording for operating hoverboard is, but as I was saying, 9 miles an hour doesn't sound like a very high top speed, but it really is when you're on this thing, and I actually have almost fallen off doing this. And I'm not sure that this is a sketchy because I'm holding a $600 camera in my hand, but I'm gonna try to do that right now. Now that's 8 to 9 miles an hour right there. Keep in mind that the average human jogging speed is 6 to 7, so I have to say that this has a very high top speed. I'm going to show you some B-roll right now and go over the specs a little bit more. So as I mentioned about 3,000 times before, this hoverboard costs over $400. Is it worth the cost? Let's look it over a bit and find out. Let's first talk about the packaging experience, because this is the first thing that you're going to see when you get it in the mail. This device was contained inside a massive box, which was really sad to watch the UPS guy try to carry, and it was really sad to try to carry it, I'm going to admit. But the thing that surprised me is that there was another box inside of the box. I appreciate the protection procedures, so it doesn't get broken during shipping, but that's a bit overextensive, I've got to say. This hoverboard box is just a plain cardboard, and it doesn't have any fancy graphics on it, which doesn't really bother me because you don't use ink, meaning that you save money on the product. Although I did make an observation when I received the box, there was a large dent or rip on the outside of it. That was probably during shipping, and I sure hope that the seller would not send you a ripped box. My other observation included that when I attempted to get the hoverboard out of the main box and I wanted to lift it up, the handle broke. So that could have easily fallen on my feet. It weighs a lot and that wouldn't have felt good. So what I ended up doing is just tipping the box upside down and shaking it to get it out. As far as what you get in the box, you get a screwdriver with a magnetic head, 2 wheel protectors, and 6 screws. You'll only use 4 of those 6 screws in installation, but they help if you lose one later on. You also get a shoulder strap for the case so you don't rip your arm off. My impressions when getting the hoverboard for the first time was, wow, this is high quality, but it's very heavy. It feels high quality, it looks high quality, and the ride is high quality. Everything about this is high quality except for the weight, again and again. The pros include off-road tires, a UL 2272 certification on the charger and the battery inside the hoverboard, very protective packaging, fast charging, and long distance on a full charge. I believe they advertise it to be about 15 miles. The cons include that it weighs over 40 pounds, okay? I don't mean to be mean, I don't mean to hate, but that is an excessive amount for a hoverboard. And that's just the hoverboard. The box was about 47 pounds, I believe UPS said. I only held it for about 3 minutes yesterday and my arm is sore from doing so. So that's just a sign that you need to redo your model design to make it much more lightweight. My other con, right back to that, is that it's impossible to transport unless you're riding it, which kind of defeats the purpose because obviously you don't want to bring your hoverboard to your car and then drive somewhere to ride it. You just want to be able to go. In conclusion, believe it or not, I would recommend this hoverboard if you're still in the market for a really nice one, because this is about as good as it gets. It's not going to burn your house down, it can go off-road, and everything about it is just super high quality, meaning that you're not going to break it very easily. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like button and subscribe. Please let me know what I should review in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.